I believe we're live. Honestly, hold on, technical difficulties. I believe we are live. Yes, we are live, and we are here for a Q&A for the future of this channel. Who's up? Let's see who shows up. If no one ends up showing up, then I guess I'll just come up with my own questions and answer them. But first, let's wait a little bit to see if anyone will show up, because technically this was unplanned, but I did have the opportunity to do this, so I went along and did it. So far, no one has shown up. That's okay, though. I'm sure someone will eventually show up, theoretically. Yeah. Someone will eventually show up. And yeah. Hold on. Sorry, technical difficulties. I having second thoughts. Because no one seems to want to show up. Oh wait, no, someone showed up. Never mind. I guess I'll start now. Hi, I'm Toby from Tobys Studios, and if anyone has any questions for the future of the channel, please let me know. Any questions? I think the question should pop up on my screen through the chat if anyone has any questions about the future of Tobys Studios and what my plans are. I'll wait a little bit to see if anyone has any questions. And if not, I'll just talk to the camera like this and come up with my own questions to answer, I guess. Any questions? I guess technically you could say you have no question ideas in the chat if you have no question ideas, but that way I can continue smoothly, theoretically, if this camera wasn't so choppy. Sorry about that. Any questions? Or at least acknowledging lack thereof for questions. I mean, I believe I have the chat on. It'd be awkward if I didn't. Sorry. Let's see. Yeah, I think the chat would be on. I don't see why. Wouldn't it be? Any questions? Oh, we got our first thumbs up. That's great. And our first viewer. I don't know if it's the chat not working or people just don't have questions. Sorry if it ends up being that the chat's not working. This is one of my first time streaming, so technically on Facebook, not Facebook, on YouTube anyways. So I'm still trying to get used to this. I don't know. I really don't know if it's just an error on my end or if legit no one has any questions. I know I've been saying questions a lot. Sorry about that. I guess since we're about 6 minutes, 30 seconds in the stream, I guess I'll just think of questions to answer myself. One, what is going on with Tobys Fairly Odd Parents? That's a question I feel like I could answer. And the answer to that is, as much as I would hate to do this, I kind of want to focus on original content, and Fairly Odd Parents, of course, is copyrighted by Paramount and Nickelodeon, which means I'm going to slowly wind down on creating that show until ultimately I find a way to cancel it in a way that's not disruptive and sad. And what I mean by that is, yeah, I'm just going to slowly cut away at that idea and then maybe make a spin-off where I can, well, not use the Fairly Odd Parents franchise, but find a way to continue the story. That way I can have full control over it without having any problems. So still working on that part. I guess that's an exclusive on this stream. Let's see. No, still no questions. Sorry, I know I keep saying that. There is something else I'd also like to mention. And what I would like to mention is the fact that, well, I sort of said it, but I'm focusing on less public domain or spin-off ideas like Tobys Fairly Odd Parents to create more full-blown original content. I am trying really hard to come up with ideas to work on that, and because of that, it's probably not going to be as much uploads as you guys are used to, but when I eventually do get the ideas and the chance to film them, I promise, well, not promise, because everyone has their own opinion, I will try to keep you guys happy. Because of that, I am focusing less on public domain, like the 40 Superman, Popeye, etc., and trying to come up with original content ideas for different original shows and short films. I know technically Tobys Fairly Odd Parents is the most popular one, which is why I'm trying to pivot it in a way that I can keep the show going just without the copyright problems. That way we can still have a big property, give it a fresh, soft reboot, so to speak, and then keep it going. And as for other ideas, Well, actually, now that I think about it, I don't want to spoil anything too much. So let's just leave it at that. I'm gonna try to keep the Tobys Studios idea, change the name for a spinoff, which technically is what I've been saying, and find a way to make it copyright infringement free. So because of that, I've been working on that, coming up with ideas how I can do that. And yeah, I'm hoping that I can pull it off by the end of this year. No guarantees though. Any questions? Please. I really need to know if the chat's working or not. Guess not. I guess I'll keep talking. I would also like to say this is, if live stream counts as video, which I would imagine it would, this is the 200th video on this channel. So, hooray for that. I've been working really hard on this channel, and I hope to continue to see it grow. With that being said, I don't know how often I'm going to be uploading because, well, I'm trying to focus on more original content and less public domain or copyright issue problems like Tobys Studios Q. So because of that, I don't know how often I'll be uploading on here. I'm not going to guess because I don't want to upset anyone if it's less or if it's more. I doubt it upset anyone if it's more, but still. But I will try. I will definitely try to keep this channel up and going as much as possible with original content, but there's no promises that the channel will be uploading as much as it has been since its, well, creation. So because of that, less uploads, but more focused on original content, which overall I think will be better off for the channel's growth in the long run. Basically, quality over quantity, if that makes sense at all. And with that being said, I'm not sure what else to add to this. I'll try to keep this live at least up to 15 to 20 minutes, and we're currently at 13 minutes. So if anyone has questions, please let me know. I'm really starting to think that the chat section is broken or something. And if that ends up being the case after this is done, I'm sorry for keep asking that, even though you've probably tried to answer, but you couldn't. So sorry about that in advance if that ends up being the case. What another question I might be able to answer is, actually I'm not sure, because I've established the Tobys Studios Q thing. I've established that I'm trying to focus on more original content for this channel instead of focusing on public domain or copyright issue problems. I feel like there's one other big one. And I suddenly remembered it. If you're a YouTube channel out there who also does the same thing as this, where you create original skits or do comedy or something like that. Sorry about the girl in the background. Basically, if you make your own show using YouTube, kind of like this, then I have a proposition for you. Basically, my idea for this channel in the long run is to be like a streaming service. So if you have any videos at all that you are willing to donate to the channel. And what I mean by that is let me upload them myself, re-upload, I guess, to grow this channel and help. Then please let me know in the chat, or I guess if there's a comment section and videos, please let me know the channel name and what video. That way I can happily do that and grow this into its own streaming service like thing. That is really my long-term goal, to turn this channel into like a free streaming service with original public domain content and donated content from other creators. It doesn't even have to be a new video, as long as it's like entertaining in your opinion and you think that people would enjoy it and it's an old video, it's not doing much traction or anything, we'd be happy to take it. And by way I mean this is pretty much a one-man show at this point. I mean, even Tobys Studios Q, I do the voice of Cosmo, Wanda, and of course myself, so one day I hope to grow to more than just me, but in the meantime, it's pretty much just me. With the special occasion guest. But I'm kind of hoping to grow the channel beyond just me, and by adding more content from other creators and with their permission, of course, and more people in for this channel in general. Any questions? Again, sorry if that ends up not working when we keep asking that and you can't ask any questions because the chat's not working. I really don't know if that's the case or not. But yeah, that's the last major thing that I'm here to talk about. Is I am looking to gather more content. So if you have any videos that you're willing to donate to the cause, please let me know. We are currently at 17 minutes and 30 seconds, and I did say about 15 to 20 minutes, so I think I'm going to end the stream here. It turns out this Q&A ended up being more like one of those digital convention panels where you like interview someone, only I'm asking the questions. I forgot what that's called. A panel. Like a film panel, basically, for like conventions like Comic-Con and stuff. That's basically what this turned out to be, which honestly I'm not too upset about because, like I said, I'm sure it's just the comments aren't working now that I think about it, and now that it's in the end of the stream. But yeah, just to recap real quick, we talked about the future of Tobys Studios Q, what I want to grow the channel into in the long run by consuming other content, and focusing on more original content instead of public domain and copyright issue problems. And yeah, that's basically what this panel's been, which is what I'm going to call it now, even though the stream is now over. See you guys later.